Hello, YouTube world. Well, I guess the big topic is like identity politics, marginalizing politics, but like identity politics, like the left wing like to place on us, But let's say this: people like me vote for Donald Trump were labeled as racist and bigots and everything else, and the African Americans who vote for Donald Trump, well, they consider him, Uncle Tom's, other words I really can't say because they take away my freedom of speech, and sellouts and traitors and everything else. Hispanics the same way, you know. The left wing likes to identify, marginalize us as terrorist people, as hate groups, as prejudiced people and bigots and everything else, or self-haters, But they need to look in the mirror. That's all I gotta say. They're fucking like identity politics, like they're like identify themselves as non-fascist people. Well, they're the most fascist people they are, and their ideology is very racist and bigotry themselves. They're the ones out there committing terrorist acts, not us. They're the ones out in the streets destroying property, beating people up, shooting people, everything else, because somebody else's views don't agree with them. So they hide behind the word of prejudice, they hide behind the word of bigotry and racism. Those are words they hide behind, They need that stuff. Without that stuff, the Democrats, I say the liberals, the libtards, just can't go on. They can't survive without that. Let's face it, They need bigotry and racism, identity politics. They marginalize us really bad. They went so far, like the NRA made a video about the left-wing media, how they use their machine, how they use our great president as Hitler and everything else. And, what gets me, that they're saying they're going to, they condemn that video and shit, and they demand that the NRA pull that video, say we'll fight for freedom of speech, and my apologies, I have to go back, forgot to make this for. Well, this lady on the NRVC, we must fight with the fist of truth. Then, a libtard group did a response to that video, I'm sorry, that said, we'll fight with the black fist. And I'm like, okay, what statement's more racist? You decide. And sorry about I was rambling. But, they say we'll defend like our First Amendment rights, okay, like you fight for your Second Amendment rights, okay. But they think their First Amendment rights only applies to them and not to us. By demanding take that video down, making that demand, it's like this. So the First Amendment only applies to liberal groups, to libtard groups, but don't apply to us conservatives. Us conservatives don't have First Amendment rights either, I mean, it's bad enough you're trying to take our Second Amendment rights, but now you want to take away our First Amendment rights? And you're doing so by identity politics. That's what you're doing. I mean, the fist of truth or the fist of a black hand. Which one sounds a little more racist, you think? Or a little more bigotry, you think? I mean, come on, let's think about it, And in our video, they show mostly white liberals out there looting, destroying property, burning buildings, beating people up. They showed very little of the terrorist organizations like Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry, call me what you want, but Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter is nothing more but a hate-filled, bigotry terrorist group that swings off the wings of the white liberal. I'm sorry, They try to label it as fascist, as prejudice, and everything else, compare President Donald Trump, a great President Hitler, but they're the ones who are acting like fascists. They're the ones that are racist and bigots and everything else. All applies to that we don't agree with their views, we don't go along with their views, we resist their views, so we have to form our own means of media. We have to form our own media, very much, because the liberal media, the liberals control the mainstream media. I hate to say it. CNN, Fox News, a lot of cases, ABC News, NBC News, CBS, all the MSNBC, they control them all, basically. I hate to say it, Fox News is a little more conservative friendly than most, yes, I give them that. But in the bottom line, though, liberal controls about 90% of the media. I really hate to say it. But, sorry about that. A little distractor, But so, what else can we do? And I say this, liberal media cuss these guys. But thank God for Gary Fancher. Thank God for E.T. Williams, that Doctor of Common Sense. Thank God for all of them. Thank God for Anthony, ABL. A black conservative. Thank God for him. For getting the truth out there. Getting the numbers out there. and tearing down what the liberals are trying to say. You know, like liberals control MTV now. When I was a kid, I used to enjoy MTV. I only got cable because of MTV. Because MTV was just that, MTV, music television. The only political thing they did back in the day was called Rock the Vote, just trying to get courage. You know, kids, college kids, or young kids over 18 to vote. That's all they did. They didn't promote no political party or anything else. Now they're so left wing is unreal, you know. And the shows that use the race card and everything else, you know, this is unreal. I just can't stand MTV. So, but they're using now the main weapon, you know, MTV, like most of the left-hard media news, is using identity politics to marginalize us, you know. Putting out that all cops are racist and bad people, they hunt down black men. Far from the truth. Far from the truth. You know, or labeling guys like me racist and bigots because we vote for Donald Trump, or our way of thinking is not like theirs. Far from the truth. They try to stereotype us, marginalize us, and identify us through identity politics to knock us down. But we're not getting knocked out. We're not being silent. I mean, thank God the NRA fought back, says we're not taking that video down. The truth is a powerful weapon, and it is, and we'll use that truth against them. You know, and like I said in the past, before I close this out, if the liberals want to see a fascist, racist bigot, all they have to do is look in the mirror, and they'll see one. That's all they have to do. And we'll use everything they can against them. So this identity politics and libtards like to use against us, we're going to make sure it explodes in their face. And we're going to support our great, wonderful president, Donald J. Trump. Well, God bless you, YouTube world. Have a good day, and bye-bye.